Most of us use social media on the daily, but almost all of us don't understand the magnitude of how connected we are to the interactions we have online. An author for the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, Sarah Fader, said in an article on social media obsession and anxiety that it seems that the more technology we acquire, the more stressed out we become. She then goes on to say that according to the experts, almost 20% of people with social media accounts cannot go more than 3 hours without checking them. Let's talk to Mr. Ben Shabad, one of the school psychologists, to get an in-house opinion of this topic.
Question, what is anxiety, right? That's the one we're doing? Yeah. So what is anxiety?
So anxiety is an emotion that causes people to feel nervous or apprehensive about a particular event or life situation. Occasional anxiety is a normal part of life. So if you have to study for a test, or you have a presentation, or you have to make a major decision, all of these things are naturally anxiety inducing. Some people though have excessive anxiety and their worrying doesn't go away and it gets worse and it significantly interferes with their ability to function in their daily life. You know, the thing about social media is it can be highly addictive. Really, when you go onto social media, you are entering a social environment. And so even though the interactions and the experiences you're having are different than a traditional social environment, the part of your brain that's involved with social cognition, your social brain, is still activated. And so people who have social anxiety or a predisposition to it can definitely be triggered by social media. Social media definitely has its benefits. It can help people stay connected. It can help people share ideas, bring awareness to certain topics, things of that nature. But it can also be highly addictive, and it creates a situation where people are constantly comparing themselves to other people, and they're seeing how they're comparing the way they look, and they're comparing the things that they're doing and how much fun they're having, and other people are always trying to portray their best selves on the internet. And so when you're constantly being exposed, all you're seeing is the best images of people or the best vacations, and so that can lead to a sense of anxiety that you're not up to par, that you're not good enough, or that you don't fit in, and so it can definitely lead to feelings of anxiety.
Social media has its benefits and downfalls for student use. It is a great way to communicate quick and efficiently with everybody, but during the school day it can take away from their studies and it's kind of a distraction at times, and not every student realizes whatever you put out there is out there forever. Even though you say delete something, it's still there, so it really has to be thought out before you go ahead and do something like that, because it can hurt your college scholarships or your job interviews later in the future. And
How did social media affect your life?
I feel like it kind of makes me check out of the real world and not focus on my friends as much and what's important to me.
So now that we know where Niles North stands on this topic, you should know that if you believe that you have social media obsession or addiction, you should reach out to Student Services located in the 1000 hallway by the Dean's office. Social media can be great power for good, but only in moderation. So remember, use social media, but keep in mind how often and how much you use it. Take care, Niles North.